You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media, audio for everyone.
Just wanted to let you know that I did start watching. I'm not fully caught up, but I did start watching Love Island.
Ugh, thank God.
And I saw the swimsuit that I really wanted 11 years ago, the triangle one.
Yes. Yes.
And I want to know, I didn't realize that those are back in style. And I felt very seen that was on.
Everything is secular in a way, you know? Sometimes the Tumblr, Pinterest swimsuits of our youth come back in a major way.
Yeah. No, it was just, I felt very seen seeing that.
Totally.
I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that people actually bought those. I thought those are just things that you put on the internet.
For sure.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Welcome to Into Twilight. We're here.
Yo.
How are you?
I'm here. I'm living.
Yes.
I am bringing a show to the space, if you will.
Ooh.
It is a game show, actually, called Interior Motives.
Okay.
It's on YouTube. It has already an incredible name. And it's one I've been wanting to tap into for a while, but I had forgotten. But recently they had an episode with Allie Beardsley. So I thought, this is the gateway. This is me popping in. This is how I'm going to do it. And what the show is this host Ben brings two other people, largely often other queer and or trans people, and they look at photos from random people on the internet's bedrooms that they submit.
Okay.
And they try to guess who they are. They try to guess what gender they are, what age they are, where they're from, and their sexuality.
Wait, like room raiders?
Yes. And it's awesome. It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
And so you get like little hints of like, you know, is this giving like trans mask? Is this giving bisexual T-girl? Like it's just like the ways in which it can permeate in one's room is very delicious and very beautiful.
Right.
They also give like additional photos to like kind of help. So like either it'll be a picture of their fridge or a picture of their like Instagram explore page.
Why didn't I think of this?
To like color a little bit more to kind of get the guesses going of like, is this an evil gay guy's apartment? Is this that only has, you know, Diet Cokes and no food in it, you know, and White Claws? Like what is the interiority of these people? And it's so good. It's so good.
I feel like a dog when you say all their favorite words.
Yeah.
I'm vibrating right now.
It's such a good concept, and it's orchestrated very in a fun way, in a beautiful way, and the guests are always good. There was one episode, it had Ivy Wolk, which already is a very polarizing figure, and Courtney Love.
Oh my God. So both polarizing figures. Great.
Yes, and there is one moment in that episode in which Ivy Wolk is dead ass explaining to Courtney Love what a fujoshi is, and I just
my God.
I had to die. I had to just leave the earth. So there's like really beautiful link ups here. The curation is always very wonderful.
The episode where Courtney Love learns about the Omegaverse.
Yeah, right, about the Omegaverse. And, you know, you get to be nosy and judgmental and speculative of people's living habits and who they are based on those things. And I think that's beautiful. I think it's great.
I feel like I'm genuinely containing like a scream. I feel like I'm about to scream. I'm so fucking excited right now. I wish that I had come up with this. This is the best thing I've ever heard of in my entire life.
It's so smart. It's such a genius idea.
Because this is all the best parts of Room Raiders without having to touch underwear and use the black light.
For sure.
Oh my God. Ben, You genius. How many Scorpio placements do you have?
True. And it's so good because I just like will like zoom into little corners of being like, oh, like what's on this bookshelf? And it's like, oh, it's like a bunch of Tyler Oakley books, right? And it's like, what, you know what I mean? Like it's just like you really get the richness of a person's inner mind, and it's really beautiful.
Okay. All right. Everyone, clear my schedule.
I got stuff to do.
I gotta go be nosy on the internet.
Yes. And we should be rewarded for that, for our proclivities to be nosy.
Well,
I think this does that.
Because this is different. This is people electing
Yes,
to
of course.
be...
Yeah.
This is people choosing to be read on the internet.
Yes, 100%.
This is the best gift you could have ever provided me. Holy shit.
This is my truth. How are you doing, my dude?
I am here. We're truly in like fresh fruit season,
Hell
which is great. It's almost stone fruit season here, but it is properly strawberry season here in my neck of the woods, which is great.
Oh,
that's my honorary happy thing today. My happy thing, now don't get scared by the title of this. Don't get it twisted. But I'm bringing a poem of sorts, a piece, some might say, as my happy thing this week. This is a piece from the author Sean Smucker. Great name.
Great name.
Love that
Powerful.
last name. From Substack. And it's the piece of this is titled Please Use AI. Now, everyone shut up. Don't. The title of this is intentionally misleading. Okay?
Yeah.
So everyone, hey, shut up. I saw this week and I liked it a lot. I also this week was in a couple of calls with people who were talking about some of the things, not directly in this piece, but some of the topics in this, where I was in work meetings this week where people were like, oh, I had Claude help me with my next vacation that I'm taking. And I just wanted to go sit in traffic. And it was like, okay. So I enjoyed this piece. It is a lot of similar sentiments that I've seen from people online, but I found it very succinct and resonant with some of the topics that I think of. And as someone who works in tech, I resonate a lot with this, but also we've talked about this. I have often found in my career thus far, sometimes feeling guilt for having hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loans in the humanities and being like, damn, I'll never pay that off. But I, especially in the last like 3 to 4 years, have never felt more grateful to have gotten time to learn and study the humanities and have been able to exercise my brain that way. I think that I have been chronically ill longer in my life than I have not.
Right.
And I enjoy making my brain work. So I don't want to outsource in that way. And it hurts me when others do.
100%.
The most succinct way. Now, does that mean that I'm not a Luddite? We use technology right now, right?
Right.
But like we talk about media. I like to read books. I like to make my brain work hard because that is a privilege that I have. And I want to continue to use that brain power while I still have it.
Yeah.
And so it makes me sad when I engage with others in my workspace and I just have to happily nod along and not be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right. Has everyone lost their minds?
Because that won't be helpful in a workspace. But I try to use my brain as much as I can because I have a brain that has not been at its full capacity for a long time for reasons that are out of my control.
100%. Yeah.
So Sean put this into more eloquent words than I could have, and I'm grateful for it. And a lot of people were very upset by it.
Sure.
I spent a lot of time being shameful of the time I spent studying and not going into STEM or whatever the fuck. And now I'm really grateful that I did.
Yeah.
and having learned and spent time in community learning about the world and expanding my brain that way.
Yeah, it really is the asset that no one thought it would be for the reasons no one thought it would be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's just like a different bedrock. Because I did see, I think I saw like this first stanza of this, like people were sharing it and stuff, but I did not know it was like a fully, like full poem kind of thing. But I resonate deeply with this.
And like, listen, I grew up watching the Jetsons, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind the idea of using technology. Like, if there was something to help me load my dishwasher, right?
Yeah, dude.
Because like I'm chronically ill and I'm disabled. There are a lot of
Right.
things in my life that take me a lot of effort to do.
Mhm.
I don't want to outsource my thinking in there.
Right?
I don't
Yeah.
want to outsource spending time. I want more time to read and engage with others, not
Yeah.
outsource. I don't want anyone to do that for me.
No.
Like,
No.
so if there was things where it's like, do I like folding laundry? No, I don't. Like,
Right.
but I would never want it to be a thing where I don't want to listen to fucking generative AI podcasts about things.
God, no. Yeah.
Even if the words that I get through on this are messy, they are authentic. And I would rather listen to authenticity than bullshit robots at any time.
Yeah.
And that's my truth. I'm locking it in. Like, it is a weird world to live in where I work in technology. And that is not the common opinion.
Yeah.
But that's just where we're at. We don't have any current events this week. Nothing happened here.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. That's all. Which is good because this was a pretty chonky episode.
Yeah. We got some shit going on in here.
Yeah. And I'm actually pretty glad because I thought some of this might be revealed later into the season.
Yeah.
But they were like, no, 5th episode. The one that I just now realized pulling up the wiki dropped election week of 2015.
What a time, you know?
They said, yeah, we're just gonna lore drop. Yeah, you got it.
For sure.
How'd this do you?
Well, I am not surprised that Rick's delusions were not correct, right? Because we were like, hey, and Bonnie was like, hey, dog, I'll do this for you. But like, you got to know that we're probably operating with some wild shit that we don't know what's going to happen or who Joe will be, if that's even Joe. Spoiler
Right.
alert, it's not Joe. I do appreciate, though, that in the like build up to that, though, because Joe's like, you know, getting her bearings or whatever. And Rick's like, I got food, you know, let's hang out. And she's like, did you make this? And Rick's already like, this is not my wife. She does not know that I don't cook. This is crazy. Who is this person? They know this is Thai food. You love Thai food. And she's like, I don't know what that is. And he's like, delivery? And she's like, I'm confused by what you're saying. And he's like, okay, well, you don't eat meat, so you can't have that. She's like, what? That's stupid. Why would I not eat meat? I'm going to eat meat. And he's like,
she got
okay,
so mad.
I don't know
too.
who
She's
this
like, you don't know who the fuck I am. You can't tell me that I don't eat meat.
Literally. And he's like, okay. Maybe she's just like getting her memories back and it's all going to be fine. And it's like, Rick, please. Delulu.
Mr. Rick, I don't get second opinion Saltzman, was stressing me out this entire episode. I did appreciate the slow build, though, that we got to see it with, and I'm going to continue to call him Oscar until we figure out what vampire soul is in him.
His God-given name, yeah.
Yeah. Because we knew something was off last episode when he was like, I wasn't in Myrtle Beach. I don't know what you're talking about. And then he fucking broke the door off of the car and he ate all those people in the tour bus. Rip to the tour bus.
Yeah.
And finding out that Enzo had stayed with him and he had presumably just stayed in that seat, in that couch all night.
Yeah. Just watching over.
Right. Just like a fucking NPC. He had just like sat there the whole time. And we didn't get to see Nora and Mary Louise a lot in this episode, but the one moment we did where they were like, so he's just sat there the whole time. That's not
This
Oscar.
freak.
That's not
Yeah.
that's not my Oscar. I don't know who that is.
I felt so bad for the artist formerly known as Oscar because he's just like, it's basically like a baby just woke up and was like, everyone's calling me the wrong shit. Everyone's asking me questions of things I don't know the answer to, thinking I'm gonna know them, and I'm pissed off. Everyone's calling me the wrong name. And I have now all these powers that I'm just figuring out in real time and destroying everything. And it's like, guys, give me a break. I'm confused and scared.
It's got to be super overwhelming
Yeah.
for him, and I feel bad. I don't hate the premise of this being what the Phoenix Stone does. Because at first I had assumed, based on the name of it, that it being resurrected, I thought that the souls were going to come back like corrupted in some way. Because we know that the other side doesn't exist anymore. And so I thought it was going to be kind of like what a djinn does, right? Like they listen to what you say, but exactly how you say it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was going to be a little bit twisted. This, though, is wild. Is like all of these vampire souls are in this stone, presumably.
Right.
And it just, like a fucking gashapon, it just chooses one.
Yeah, just like randomly selected one gets into the body and is like, okay, you're here now.
And Oscar, the man formerly known as Oscar, that person, the soul that's in him, seemingly knows who that person is.
Right.
Because he knows he's not Oscar. I don't know how much that soul knows about their life, but they know they're not Oscar. The soul that's in Joe, by the end of the episode, has no idea who they are.
Yeah.
So the amnesia, granted, it seems like it's the Joe woke up sooner than Oscar, so maybe it's still kind of coming back. But the soul that's in Joe has no fucking idea who they are. So I'm very curious how in 3 years that soul gets comfortable enough to fuck Rick and they have twins.
Like, classic Rick to be like, hey, you're not my wife, but you are inhabiting the body of my wife, and maybe we could fall in love and make it work. It's like, Rick, dude, what the fuck is your problem? What?
And amnesia is such a like fanfic trope, right?
Yeah,
that
for sure.
I thought they were gonna kind of lean into that of like Joe's gonna have the amnesia, but then somehow in the 3 years it's gonna be, but we don't see Joe in those 3 years, so I had no idea. But I was like, they have kids, so presumably something is fine. Rick's not going to be that big of an asshole to like SA her. I don't know.
Right.
But now it's somehow worse to find out that like it's not even your wife. It's someone who's just in your wife, and you're going to somehow just like be fine with them as like a second best because they look like your wife. Gross.
Like, hey, bud, what
but
are you doing?
What I'm very curious about, though, is that based on what we know, it seemed completely random with the with the Phoenix Stone, that like it's just a random soul that the person who dies doesn't come back. So how the fuck does Julian come back?
Yeah.
Or at least that soul, anyways, seemed to recognize Lily. I mean, that's some villain shit right there.
Yeah. Fuck this stone, man.
For real. It's always
Bonnie knew this was bad juju, and no one listened.
It makes a lot more sense now, though, with some of the visions that she saw a couple episodes ago, with like all those bodies.
Yeah.
We weren't sure what that meant, but that makes sense now. Hey, speaking of her, what was that flash forward?
So her and Enzo, question mark?
Her in group therapy, by the way.
Yeah. She's in group therapy, which if it takes her 3 years to get there, I'm glad she gets there, but hopefully it is sooner than that.
And it looked like it was inpatient because all of those people were like in slipper. They looked like they were in like PJs.
Yeah, for sure. And she was like, I just lost someone I loved and I have to like figure out how to handle it, how to live with it, which interesting.
Okay.
And then she opens her door and Enzo's there. And she's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, it's really bad out there, but you can't stay inside forever. And they kiss.
And not in a like Enzo doing like a side cheek hit, like a, I don't know, like a chic
kiss.
greeting. They like macked.
Yeah. Like, first of all, that's a gay guy. But like, typical Bonnie to have a beard.
That's
fine.
Caroline's beard, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's Damon's
but
boyfriend.
what?
So I don't know what's that's Bonnie and Enzo and Damon. Like, they're all in a relationship. So I don't know what's going on.
It's so interesting of them doing all of these like 3-year flash forwards throughout the season because they are committing to a lot of plot points here that have to materialize in the future, right?
It's bold of them to assume that any of them are going to be alive in 3 years, but okay.
100%. Yeah, that seems really risky of a bet to make. And like, I don't know, are we going to be able to follow through on these very precise points that you have laid out for next season or whatever? Like, hello?
You're
You're putting yourself in the box, and that's a tight box to fit in, I feel.
Right. I agree. Well, I almost wonder if I don't know, I never fucking trust these writers, but I'm almost wondering if they're like, okay, we're going to give ourselves an end game here for all of these characters. That's what we know for certain. How we get there, we have no fucking clue. Like,
no clue. We're gonna fill in the blanks.
We're just gonna go episode by episode and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Because we find out this episode that Lily is the one who convinced Kai to put God, that's a lot of proper nouns. To put Elena under the like coma spell.
Yeah.
So we already knew that Julian is the one that like made Lily bad. I would argue that she was already kind of the evil person because she was complicit in the abuse of her kids. But he doesn't seem to have made her better by any means.
No, certainly not.
But like, that's just such a wild lore drop to bring in here.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't realize that Lily was capable of like slapping. I don't know why, but it was just like slapping Valerie just was very interesting to me.
Yeah. Like, hey, whoa, I don't think that feels right. That sucks.
She just like went so rogue off. Was it Malcolm? What was the first kid that died? That it was
I think Malcolm.
And maybe it was just because that was her favorite, but
sure,
we were thought that all of these heretics were her family. She was going to do everything for them.
She loved them better than her fuck ass kids. Like,
no, for real though.
Family.
And now it's like, oh, so that was just a lie. You actually have them all in that like Dance Moms pyramid ranking.
Oh my God, literally. Yeah.
And this has all just been like a ploy to get Julian back, and you really don't give a fuck about any of these people.
Right.
Good to know. Good to know. Okay, great.
Listen, she loves a long con. I'll say that. She loves an incredibly long con.
That's true. Yeah.
For one, the love of her life or whatever, sure. Okay. Yeah. Just betray your previous family, your new real family, everyone, just for this guy.
She's got a very strong motive. I'll give her that.
For sure.
One of my favorite moments of this episode was Damon doing the donkey bit from Shrek in between Stefan and Valerie in the car.
Really good stuff.
If he had the gum and like did the bubble pop, it would have thrown me over the edge.
Yeah. Mind you, like less than 10 minutes before, he's out there calling Valerie V-Card Valerie.
Dude.
Which fucking don't piss me off, dude. Are you kidding?
It's her also, because one of the only things that we knew about her at the start of this season was that I think she was a distracted driver, because she's the one, or distracted walker, I think, because she's the one that got hit by those teens that were like, dude, we're so high, we gotta go.
Yeah.
So to see her holding this phone and right in front of her face and the steering wheel while she's driving was very funny to me.
Yeah.
And also the concept that Caroline all of a sudden is like very secure in herself. And is like, you need to go deal with this, Stefan, because
Yeah.
you love to bottle this shit up. So just like go take care of it.
Right.
I had been worried that they were going to drag on this plot line for longer. And I'm kind of glad they ripped the Band-Aid off.
Ugh, please.
And
I could
just-
not have dealt with anymore.
It's just, I hope that it doesn't last any longer. But I'm glad that they just got it all out on the table.
Yeah.
Here.
Right.
Because I think that this episode did a little bit more for me of humanizing Valerie. She's not human, but like humanizing her storyline.
Sure. Yeah.
And it was also worth it for Stefan to know, even though I don't think that it's going to change anything between the two of them. And I don't really want it to.
Yeah. I mean, I think definitely for Stefan's own ego of being like, oh man, I could have been a father,
Ugh.
you know, that shit. Like, I'm sure that will have his own personal toll on his fucking bullshit, but I feel less so in the sense of like, she was the one, you know?
Right.
More of like, oh shit, that sucks, you know? That fucks my whole thing up in a major way.
Yes, I agree. I'm glad that it got out in the open. I thought it was wild because we don't get to see a lot of Beau. I think it's primarily just because his character is mute, and so they don't put him into a lot of scenes. But when they do, his powers are scary.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I like it because we don't really know a lot about his character. Other than he's mute and therefore he can't use compulsion. But to see him break all of those caskets.
Which that like explosion is like nuts.
And then naturally, right? Because they're wood. They're like fucking kryptonite for all these vampires.
For sure.
And I don't know how Tweedledee and Tweedledum only got like one shard in them. And fucking
Valerie's littered, like just fully like all over her chest, every part of her body.
Yeah.
Like just little fragments of wood just in there. And these two chuckle fucks are like, barely a scratch. What's up with that?
Right.
What's going on? How did that happen?
That was a very cool scene. One, because I thought it was funny how Oscar had set that up, because that's the Oscar I know. That's my Oscar.
Yeah, that's my Oscar for real.
And then also to be able to see how they were able to use that space, I thought was very cool. Because Valerie was like, we need all that gas, and Damon was like, whoa, 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 queen.
Hold up. Not too much.
And then seeing her not be able to light Julian on fire, and I thought it had been that he had like, I don't know, set something for himself when he died, but no, it was just our lesbian girlfriends were like, every time she said, they just kept like, I don't know, turning the match off every time.
Sure.
Which is very good. That's very funny to me.
Yeah. Saboteurs.
Yeah. Something that I wrote down was earlier on in the episode, Bonnie had been talking to Caroline about like they were talking about like being roommates, which I think is very cute.
Yeah.
And how there isn't usually like guys in their room. And Bonnie was like, I'm going to go find a man, which is very awkward after the flash forward. But they're trying to set up this whole tension between her and Enzo in the episode. Yeah. And again, we've had a little bit, this isn't the first time that they've interacted, obviously. But it's interesting.
Yeah.
Given the scene that we see with them, Bonnie is like, hey, new Oscar, Enzo has the stone. Go kill him.
Right.
I got a blast.
I gotta go. What you're looking for is actually over there. So thank you so much. You guys do get out.
Also, I think during that scene, Enzo was like, hey, so the girl that I've been pining after, which is a very different pining after than you've been doing for Damon, by the way.
For sure.
So we don't have any similarities. Where
Mhm.
did you get that? And she's like, Rockstar Us. It was on sale.
Rockstar Us.
It's so good.
When she says earlier, when she's like, I don't want to open up Pandora's rock. It's pretty good.
God,
It's pretty
she's
good.
so fucking funny. I just like the fact that they're trying to be like, no, the way that I'm crashing right now is different than the way that
It's
you're
so unique and
down
different.
bad in a different and more embarrassing way than I am right now.
So just don't get it twisted. She just needs someone to queen out with, and I appreciate that being Enzo. I think the Vampire Diaries often finds himself in a curse of like, oh, well, if there's any romantic relationships to be had here, it has to be within this core group of people because we're not introducing anyone else or we'll kill them, right?
Except for Matt, always.
Except for Matt. Matt is just alone.
Because Matt's
on the break.
love is capitalism.
He loves capitalism. He loves the color blue. He bleeds it.
And it was fine when it was the grill because that made sense.
For
That
sure.
was like where they hung out. That was safe,
Yeah.
and I was okay with it until he was like, he woke up one day and he was like, you know what I need to do is bleed blue, and that's when I
Right.
draw the line.
Absolutely. But I think even if the containment of everyone needs to be hooking up with someone else in the friend group, you're picking the wrong people in the friend group to be doing that because you've already established tension and romantic feelings between Bonnie and Damon with every other man that exists in this television show, and you're
Right.
refusing to do it. And so you're just pulling out fucking like just throwing darts at a spinning wheel and being like,
Right.
maybe that's how we got Caroline and Stefan. You know, you did the same shit. The bedrock's already been made. You're
Well, and
inventing new
that's the
bedrocks
thing.
that don't have to exist.
Also, I just want you all to know that I'm on the Vampire Diaries wiki right now, and there's an advertisement for Game Changer, which is not Dropout. It's some fucking sports thing, and I'm going to send
That's
this
tough.
to Sam Rice right now. But what they need to do is the Parks and Rec thing, right? Where Bonnie is like, this is my boyfriend, Damon, and this is Damon's boyfriend, Enzo, or Rick. I
Exactly.
honestly don't have a preference right now.
Could be any of them.
Yeah, because Damon can choose who he wants. He can be a different boyfriend every day. Even though
Right.
Rick seems obsessed with this person that he thinks is his wife,
Right.
even though, granted, this is the least surprising thing about Rick's character. I'll accept
Yeah.
that. It should be worth noting that this motherfucker still had Joe's wedding dress, blood still on it, in a box, with a gun. With a gun that presumably was loaded, because we know this dude doesn't give a fuck about gun safety. We saw it in the future.
No. We did see it in the
So-
future.
If he's not doing it now, he's def not doing it in the future, right?
Yeah.
So that is morbid, which again, not surprising for Rick, but it should be noted.
Yeah.
Because that's not great there.
And it's just like, no shade to Elena, but she's not here. You guys have a hall pass.
And
For
she said
60
that.
years. Like, yeah. And she said, be free. Do your thing. She gave you a lifetime hall pass, and you're just trying to be holier than thou. I don't want to see that shit. You're Damon Salvatore.
And
What the
when
fuck
is
are you talking
Damon
about?
Salvatore ever holier than thou? Be
That's
so
what I'm
real
saying.
with me right now.
Yeah. I want you to be a little loosey-goosey. I want you to be a little scamp, okay? Get what you want, motherfucker. I'm pissed off.
And that's why I know that I thought it was interesting the way that they were trying to describe the end, because Damon was like, I want Lily to have what she wants. I want her to get Julian. I want her to be so excited for him. And I thought the way that it was going to end was like, Lily's going to have Julian, but it's going to be Julian's body, but it's not going to be Julian, right? Which is a real,
Right.
that's what Rick's going to find out. That's a real fuck you. Except for Rick's like,
Right.
well, can we still fuck? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he's like,
Cool.
he's like, I just want somebody to put my dick in. But
Yeah.
I know Lily and she's going to be devastated by it. But then Julian fucking wakes up and presumably is Julian. So that foils a little bit of Damon's plan of like trying to emotionally devastate her. Granted, he's still going to try and kill Julian, but
Right.
that's not how the stone has. It's supposed to be that like three's a three's a pattern, and now it just got foiled there. So that's not great. I left this episode with a lot more questions than answers.
100%.
Which is not what I had anticipated on there. But it's not necessarily in a bad way. It's just I think that I'm glad that Damon told Bonnie the truth about the stone. Because he definitely could have done this thing of like lying by omission. I'm glad that Bonnie was able to tell Rick the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm not glad that Lily has the stone.
No.
Because that's not great.
No good.
But now it's just we have 3 people now, 2 heretics. And technically Joe's now, well, Joe's a witch, but has the soul of it. How the fuck does that work? It's just, what do we do now? I think that the other thing too I was curious to ask you about is like, how did you feel about Caroline at the end being stood up for her dinner?
Oh my god. Fucking free her. I'm so tired of this shit.
Why are they trying to make us care and then they don't even
Right.
do it?
We see her at the beginning of this episode, like snuggling with Stefan, whatever.
Which was
And
so
she's
real, by
like-
the way.
So real of her being like, no, it's so chill. I definitely don't have other things to be doing. I love to just be sitting here and laying with you. And I'm not thinking about a million other things right now. It's so cool. I'm so chill. I'm a chill girl. I'm cool. Don't worry about it. And then to do all that, open up her heart a little bit, and fuck her, I'm pissed.
She was trying to do something that ultimately is for the better.
Yeah.
I don't think that she made a mistake by doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. I think that it shows a lot of growth in Caroline as a person to be like, let's rip this Band-Aid off. Just get it over with. Just go fucking figure this out. Right?
Right. Because you
but
can't bring that shit into here. You know, you got to figure that
No.
out before we do stuff, which, fair.
And I don't think that Stefan cares. I don't think that
Yeah.
Caroline cares, but I do think that she's right on the money about Stefan of being like, if you don't just deal with this now and cut it off at the pass, then it's going to be some weird lingering shit. So you just got to get it over with. But then, and it doesn't mean that he had to do it right then, because I know that he's like in the moment, but he is lying by omission to her in that last call.
Yeah, being like,
And-
oh, nothing happened. It's all chill.
Right.
It's all totally normal and good. Piss me off.
And I wish that isn't how he handled it. Because to see, as an omniscient viewer, to see her like putting on her earrings for dinner and being like, and knowing how Caroline is, of being like, do I need to adjust this reservation? You know? Like,
Right. Yeah. She's thinking about plans. Okay.
right. She's trying to think like, do I need to get in my car right now? You know? And he is all up in his feelings thinking about this child that he could have had when he was still human.
Right.
And she's like, I want to go have breadsticks.
And also, like, Caroline is an incredibly understanding person and reasonable person.
Right.
Like, they've gone through a bunch of bullshit together. I don't think this is the craziest thing that she could hear and be like, oh, that's an ick. You know what I mean? Like, it should just be like, okay, yeah, we need to just, rain check this and while you figure out your feelings. And also, we can talk about it. But
Right.
that's fine. Just say that,
100%. Because I think that, one, she was just a day, maybe 2 days ago, reading his journal from back then. And I think it's very fair to say, I am not feeling these feelings right now. But I am grieving something that I could have had 100, 150 years ago. So, like, I will not be present. I wouldn't be present for a dinner right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not going to be my best self, So
Yeah.
let's just rain check. Let's just call it another day, It's
Yeah.
going to be okay.
Yeah, let's
That's fine,
just rain check
Stefan.
it and be like, nothing has changed about how we are feeling right now. I am just having a rose tattoo moment. That's all.
Right.
Like,
I'm a sensitive boy, okay?
right. And I think that, like, he just got a whole shit ton of information. I think that makes sense. But don't lie to her about it. That's not cool.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. That's very Stefan. But don't piss me off. Not Caroline, of all people. That's gonna frustrate me. That's all. So, I don't know, man. That makes me sad. I'm sad that she didn't get to go to dinner. I am glad that Jo, I'm going to call her Jo until we know a new name, is no longer wandering around Whitmore College with a gun.
Yeah.
But I am, and it's wild to say this because Rick's done a lot of weird shit. I'm more concerned about him than I think I've ever been. Because Homeboy forgot in this episode that he had, like, papers to grade.
Yeah.
You have a job.
He's like, hey, Bonnie, do you want to be my TA? And she's like, do your job. You're an adult. Grow up.
You're not even close to being tenured. I'm not even sure how you got this job.
For real.
So you need to get it together, my guy.
Piss me off.
Yeah. But presumably next week, it's titled Best Served Cold. Great. Good omen.
Mhm.
From what Peacock said to me, is that it's an introduction dinner for Lily introducing Julian to everyone.
Okay. I love that this photo makes our lesbians look 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, this photo makes it look like Julian is a child and that
A little boy.
a little boy, and that our lesbian girlfriends here are like those little, like, statue lions that you have in front of homes.
Yes.
It's like you have
sure.
to answer my riddles to get into this party. No, that's great. I love it. We have some amazing patrons to thank. Would you like to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Lauren Cullen.
Ooh, thank you to Zoe Forbes.
Ooh, thank you to Vanessa Swan.
Ooh, thank you to Greg Glotner.
Ooh, thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to V. Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ooh, thank you to Katya Karp.
Oh, thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Daniel Burke.
Oh, thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ooh, thank you to Reen Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily O'Zara.
Ooh, and last but certainly not least, thank you to Jaylene Ivishkov.
Pew, 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 pew.
I have a fan fiction for you this week. It is by the author, Spider Maiden, and it is titled Game of Survival Squared, and it does have the little 2 next to it.
Okay.
The summary of this is: with the knowledge of Catherine Pierce, the Scooby Gang tries to stop her with the impending danger of original vampires coming to town. Now, when I clicked, that's all it says. When I clicked on this, I did think that they meant the real Scooby Gang, but it does seem to mean that they're just talking about our usual band of characters in this show as the Scooby Gang. The one thing I will say, because this fanfiction looks to be almost 39,000 words, which is a lot. One of the tags in here says Pedro Pascal as Alaric Saltzman. So,
hello. Okay.
I'm actually back in.
Rick Stock's way up again. Okay.
Because that's actually really great casting. Because we do always talk about Rick not being straight. So that's very good. So really thank you, Spider Maiden, for your service. That's a really long fan fiction on there.
Yeah. Godspeed.
Godspeed. Yes. Tell your friends about the show. Tell your family about the show. I'm going to be watching Interior Motives until we record next. Oh, when this comes out, we'll have one of our bonus episodes out. Do you want to tell people about it?
Oh, yeah. It is our first installment of Gay Vamp Month, which is happening all June long. And we talked about the Vampire Lovers from 1970. And it's a treat.
And if you want to watch it with us, we watch it on Tubi.
Yeah.
It's not sponsored by Tubi, but thank you, Tubi. It was great.
Listen, it's hard these days to get free lesbian vampire content. So
Yeah, if you want to watch a 1970 movie where sometimes they cut the commercials in really funny ways, where they look up at eye contact and then it goes to a commercial, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So yes, recommend it. Yeah, you'll have a treat on there.
Hell yeah.
Well, amazing job. I don't know why I said that. Like a fucking retrospective.
Wow. Congratulations to everyone. This is a great episode.
Great job. You made it through to the end of the episode. I'm going to turn my iPad around if you want to just send a digital tip over. Well, as we say here in the Pacific Northwest.
Get bit.
Ooh.
Ooh. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight, or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.